Hey guys, with Father's Day coming up, I got to thinking about where I got my love of fishing from. That came from my dad. When I was little, on Saturday mornings, we would load up the cars with our cane poles. Yes, I say cane poles. We would actually have the poles sticking out the window of the car. We would go to the little convenience store, pick up some crickets, some worms, and Dad would always buy me a root beer and a brownie, and we would head to the creek. So I decided to go back to those good times. I've got a brim buster and pulled up at a little creek here after work, and I'm going to do a little creek fishing. Alright guys, this is how we would do it. Just park beside the road like this at the little creek. Find us a way to get down. I've got the big old long crappie pole here. Like I say, we used to use cane poles. I didn't have my first rod and reel till I was 16 years old. It always made me nervous walking the path to these places. You know, I was always nervous of snakes or something like that. But if Dad was scared of snakes, he never let me know it. He would take, and if one was on the ground, he would just pick it up and move it over to the side and keep on going. Alright, so let's get down there and see what we can do. And this is a little steep. Got my work shoes on, of all things, so probably should have thrown my boots in the car. Once again, being real careful, checking for snakes. Always looking for snakes. Gosh, I haven't fished with a brim buster in forever. But it was so up. They are already biting. But this is where the love of fishing comes from. I mean, it's just simple, fun fishing. Making memories with your dad, your family, your kids. I can't seem to catch one of these little suckers. Oh boy, that was a little one. Well, these are little tiny fish for sure. Seeing that tree right over there reminds me of a time whenever I was trying to get around a tree similar to that, and almost fell in and wrapped my arms around the tree and ended up with poison ivy all over me. One time I caught a what I now know to be probably an eel. I thought it was a snake at the time. And I caught that thing and I pulled it up, and all I saw was what I thought was a black snake hanging off the end of the line. I took off running and screaming. I never did drop my pole the whole time, so it was almost like the snake was chasing me as I was running, sticking the pole out behind me, trying to get away from the snake. But as I've gotten older, I realized that was probably just an old black eel that was in the water. But it scared me to death. All the places that Dad and I used to go fish have either grown up to the point where you can't get to them anymore, or subdivisions have sprouted up all around them, and people don't want you out there fishing in the creeks because they, get upset about it or whatever. But I still have such fond memories of this, and that's where, like I say, my love of fishing came from, was just creek fishing and catching these little brim and just having a great time with my dad. It seems like the few places that are left, people don't really appreciate what they have when they do fish in them. They leave their trash laying around and all kind of other stuff and don't take care of it. Well, as you can see, it's starting to rain, so I probably need to get on out of here. I don't have my GoPro in the waterproof case. That's funny, talking about GoPros and things like that. I have such great memories of fishing with my dad. The thought that at that time we would ever have something where we're running around filming on GoPros, we couldn't have even imagined such a thing back then. I'm actually up under this bridge right here. Well, the rain's really coming down now, so I'm gonna have to head back. But Father's Day coming up got me thinking about my dad and my love of fishing. And this is where I learned to fish, places just like this, using a cane pole, a bobber, a split shot, and a hook with crickets and worms. And my dad passed away in 2014, and I would give anything to be fishing with him in a place like this one more time. But thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry there wasn't any fish catches.